All right, everybody, what's up? All right, everybody, what's up, guys? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? What's up? Sala, what's up? First one here. Sally, the first one here. Frank, day trader, what's up, guys? Stretching, what's going on? Jonathan, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Surprise! No, I coming at you guys tonight with a little surprise stream. Stretch and rack. Nice job with that $1,200 win today on OCGN. Very nice job today. Very, very nice job. Lonnie, Maestro, Jeffrey, Rue, what's up? Alex Campbell, TTG Mod in the house. Andrew Knutson, Chris, 305, what's going on? Leo, Cody, Ambe, Julius, what's going on, guys? What's up, everyone? Baba G, what's up? T Hans, what's going on? Andre, what's up? Jose Cueto. What's up, guys? Yeah, how was everybody's trading day today? I'm going to give some time for some people to log things I want to remind people. Paul, what's up, Paul? Another green day for Paul. Great job. T Hans 007, second week with TTG, and he's loving it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, silver, gold, crypto. Well, you got silver, gold, Bitcoin, all rallying here big time, guys. All ripping as the inflation trade kind of comes to fruition. Sarah, how you doing, Sarah? Billy H, what's up? Okay, Lonnie, nice job. 350 bucks today. Hugh Bard, what's up? Mike Duraco, what's up, brother? How's everything, Mike? Yeah, Hugh, my family as well, man. Thank you for asking. Very much appreciate that. Thank you for asking. I hope you and yours are good as well. Guys, I'm going to give some time for some people to log on. Yeah, Toner's Veil option trade was a nice one today. Andrew, good. I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that one. Glad you were able to take advantage of that one. Jonathan, what's up? King, no, King Fallen. No, King Fallen. I did not play Tesla long today. Guys, I had Tesla put options from Thursday that we cashed out yesterday on the bulk of the position for 103% gain. And I was holding like 20% of the position in case we got some follow through. I exited the last piece of those options there today. And obviously Tesla had a little bit of a bounce back there in the afternoon. Well, more of a bounce back. The stock ended up pushing, going up, about $100 move late in the day. But I was exiting. I was taking profits off and exiting, closing out my position on a put option play that I had from a couple days ago, from Thursday actually. I was not getting long Tesla today, but if you caught Tesla to the long side today, nicely done, nice trade. Nice box. What's up? How many non-members do we have here joining me right now, guys? How many non-members do we have here? Non-TTG members. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, how many are joining me on this live stream right now? How many non-members do we have? Yes, Paul. Paul made 5,500 bucks on that Tesla trade. Nice job, Paul. Very nice. I love it. Yeah, King Fallen. I think this is the first time I've seen King Fallen. I think maybe new to the YouTube channel. Jonathan, Jay Coates, Stretch and Rack. Hey, what's up, Jay Cody Wilson? Okay. Charles Green. All right, guys. Guys, well, listen up. Listen, for those of you, Yug, what's up? Haha, T Hans, I love it. T Hans made my membership fee back in the first week. I'm learning so much. T Hans, I love it, man. It's been a pleasure having you part of the group. I'm glad you're enjoying your time with us. Just 2 weeks in and already made your membership fee back in 1 week. I love it. Joshua Greer, what's up? Guys, listen, for those of you that are not TTG members, real quick, guys, quick little announcement. Couple things I want to share with our non-TTG members, and then I want to answer a couple of your questions because I'm sure many of you have a lot of questions going into what is the busiest earnings week of the entire year. We have a lot of earnings scheduled on deck. We've got AMD, which is one of my favorite long-term holdings, my long-term portfolio. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that AMD is one of my favorite long-term investments, and AMD new all-time highs. Okay, AMD set to report earnings. You've got Boeing reporting, Starbucks, you've got McDonald's, you've got on Thursday is the big day though. Thursday is the day that everybody's waiting for. Thursday is the day that we have Apple, Amazon, and Google all reporting on the same day. Thursday is going to be the huge day that everybody's waiting for. You've got two $1 trillion companies reporting earnings on Thursday. So there's a lot of people that have been asking me a lot of questions about how can I play these earnings? What can I expect? What's going to be the effect on the overall markets? So I want to talk to you guys about that real quickly on this live stream. But first and foremost, for those of you that are watching the live stream right now that are not yet a member of True Trading Group, I've got exciting news for you because tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. Tomorrow, the chat room is open for free for everyone from 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. We open the chat room. It stays open till around 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. The chat room is open. You guys can come into the True Trading Group chat room tomorrow for free and trade with me and the rest of the crew live for free. Okay. You guys get to experience what it is like to be part of the True Trading Group family. In chat, I share my screen with you. You see exactly what I'm doing during the day. I'm on the microphone talking you through every single step of the way, telling you what I'm seeing, what I think's going to happen, where I'm buying, where I'm selling, where I'm taking profits, where's my stop loss. I walk you guys through every single step of the way, and you can come into chat tomorrow and experience what it is like to trade alongside professional traders as well as interact and communicate with True Trading Group members, all of which have experienced or have been through the same journey or the same moment in their career as you are. If you guys have questions, believe me, there's members in the True Trading community that have the exact same questions. Okay? Guys, it's the chat room. What you are going to experience for free in TG Tuesday is just a small fraction of what True Trading Group is all about. Okay? Yes, True Trading Group, you guys can come and chat. You know, the chat room is live all day. I trade the entire day. It's not just me. There's other moderators in there. There's Jason Spatafora, the Wolf of Weed Street. You guys all know him. He joins me on most of my live streams. You've got Alex Campbell, who's one of our moderators, who's in chat right now, who actually has been on fire with some cryptocurrency calls. Bitcoin is on fire. Alex has been all over the crypto move. For those of you that trade crypto, you've got Jason Simmons, Jay Downing, Chris Toner, the other True Trading Group moderators that are in chat, calling out trades, answering questions. We also have a trade simulator. We have a stock screener. We have a mobile app so you guys can be in chat. And especially tomorrow, if you guys are going to experience the day tomorrow, you have access for the whole day. So what I want you guys to understand about the access for the chat room tomorrow is that it's more than just the chat room. Okay, you get As a True Trading Group member, you guys would get access to all of our courses, stock trading courses, option courses, trader psychology courses. We have a TTG forum where you can communicate with members 24/7. There's so much that you guys have access to as a member of True Trading Group. So I want to give you a look into a fraction of what True Trading Group is all about, which is our chat room tomorrow, TTG Tuesday. Okay, so come in tomorrow in chat with me, see how we're going to trade some of these earnings announcements, see exactly what I'm trading, what the other moderators are trading. It is completely free. Okay, click on the link in the chat that we've been posting on this live stream. We're going to, throughout this stream, we're going to be posting a link. You guys can click on that link, and that's where you guys can register and sign up for TTG Tuesday. Okay, you guys want to get a feel for what it's like to experience True Trading Group before our prices go up in August, because as of August 1st, we're increasing our prices because we're adding a bunch of new features to the website, like a live charting software. Okay, so we're going to be adding a bunch of new features to the platform in August. Our prices are going to go up. So I want to make sure that all of you that are not yet members have a chance to experience what it's like being part of the TTG community before we raise our prices on Friday. Also, Trader Palooza is Saturday. Okay, Trader Palooza is Saturday. All right. Anybody that signs up here tonight to join the True Trading Group family gets access to the Trader Palooza virtual trading workshop and also gets a guaranteed spot on my next private study mentor group session. Okay, my next private study group mentor session, I keep those classes very small. Those spots fill up quickly. You guys get access to that, a guaranteed spot for those of you that sign up. And you also get access to our Trader Palooza event. Trader Palooza is going to be on August 1st. That's going to be an all-day long workshop where myself and the other moderators are going to cover different topics about stocks, options, charting, earnings, economic data. We're going to cover a bunch of different topics, and you guys can log in and log out of the Trader Palooza event based on your schedule. So we send out an itinerary. We'll say, okay, maybe at 10 o'clock, you want to join me for a trade line VWAP crossover class. Okay. You guys can log in, view me, join me for my trade line VWAP crossover workshop. Then let's say, you're not interested in the next 2 or 3 workshops. You got some errands to run during the day. You can come back at maybe 2 in the afternoon, and you can catch a charting lesson from Jason Simmons. Okay. So that is guaranteed access with all of your TGD memberships. All right, guys. So tomorrow for TGD Tuesday, okay, you guys can come in chat, trade with me live, experience what it's like being part of the True Trading Group community. And then tomorrow, those of you guys that sign up tomorrow will be able to, like I said, get a guaranteed spot on my next private study mentor group session and get access to our Trader Palooza event. All right. Yeah, you guys, TGD members, you guys are super stoked about Trader Palooza. I know. You guys are really excited about Trader Palooza. I'm excited for it too. Our members, TTG members that are on the live stream, you guys want to just maybe comment on what your experiences were with our last Trader Palooza and how much you guys enjoyed the Trader Palooza virtual trading workshops. Because like I said, for those of you that sign up tomorrow during TTG Tuesday, during our free chat, you guys get access to our next Trader Palooza event. It's a 12-hour long virtual trading workshop, guys. Like I said, you can join, you can log in and log out at your leisure, depending on your schedule, and attend the workshops that you want to attend. And then, of course, sign up tomorrow during TTG Tuesday. You guys will also get access, a guaranteed spot to my next private study mentor group session. Okay, so I wanted to just kind of make that announcement here because it's a very busy earnings week. I want to make sure that all of our non-members are aware of the TTG Tuesday opportunity tomorrow. So click on the link and get your ass in chat tomorrow with me and see how we're going to profit from a lot of these earnings calls. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on this week, and I want to make sure that you guys are in chat with me and the rest of the gang and see how we navigate these markets together. All right. So with that said, I'm going to take like a quick little Q&A, guys. I'm going to do like 10 or 15 minutes of a Q&A. I'm going to give some time for more people to log on. We'll talk about the earnings, and then I want to run through some of that TTD Tuesday stuff again with you guys. So go ahead, gang. Fire away. You guys have me open floor for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll take some questions. We'll give some time for more people to log on. But again, I want to make sure that for those of you that are not yet a member of True Trading Group, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of TTD Tuesday tomorrow. You can come and chat, trade with me live and free. All right. So go ahead, guys. Fire away. Ask me some questions. Boeing put options. You know, Paul, I do think Boeing has more downside. I do think you could see Boeing down around 150. I do think we can see Boeing down around 150. Airlines were very weak today. Okay, airlines started off strong. You can see American sold off. United Airlines started strong, sold off. All the airlines started green, finished red. Boeing never actually even went green. Okay, so Boeing stayed red the entire day. Okay, Boeing stayed red the whole day. All right. So sorry, guys. I was just answering somebody's question. So yeah, Boeing. I think Boeing is weaker than even some of the other airlines. At least it was here today. I think Boeing is starting to break down and is testing a major support level down here. Let me just show you guys what I'm looking at. See this support level down here in the mid 160s? This previous pivot high lines up with these pivot lows, this support level. Okay, so you guys see that previous pivot high? See that previous pivot high? And then there's your support levels. So if we break beneath this level, Paul, I think we could see this drift its way down towards 150. But I just don't know how much more downside we have in Boeing and the airlines. I think that a lot of the bad news in Boeing and the airlines, I think a lot of it is really baked in. I think, they're expecting a terrible earnings report. I think they're priced in that terrible earnings report. So when I'm looking at these airlines, I think that this trading range is gonna hold for quite some time until there's a vaccine and until travel starts to pick back up again. So I think we could have a little bit more downside, but I don't think that we're going to get a complete rollover to new lows. Like when you look at United Airlines, right? You look at United Airlines at a double bottom here at around the 1775 area. Okay. You see that little double bottom on United Airlines? I mean, could we drift lower back below 30? Yes. Do I think United gets below this double bottom? I don't. So a lot of people ask me all the time about, when's a good time to buy the airlines for a long-term investment. I already have. All right. I bought United Airlines right there. Okay, that is where I bought United Airlines in my long-term portfolio, still up very nicely on that position. And I think that if United gets back below 30, I think anywhere in the 20s is a nice area for you guys to start to acquire positions in the airlines. I think that, like I said, I think a lot of the bad news is baked into those airlines and is baked into those stock prices already. And I think that every time you get some type of vaccine progress, I think you're going to get little pops. So it's like I think that these airlines are going to get like little pops and then they'll fade, little pops and then they'll fade, little pops and then they'll fade. And I think that's the type of trading action you're going to see on those airlines for a little while. I think that's what you're going to see for a little while. So I think it's going to be like dead money for the next year. But I think in 2-3 years, I think all the airlines, I think the airlines will recover. I expect Boeing to recover. I think that if Boeing, when people talk to me about like, possible long-term investments, they always ask about airlines and they always ask about Boeing. As far as the airlines are concerned, I like United better than I like American. Delta is also really good. Southwest is also pretty good. I actually like American the least out of the airlines. I like American. I think American has the most financial issues. I think some of the other airlines have a better balance sheet than American. So I like United actually a little bit better than I do American. That's why when I decided to start to buy airlines, I bought United instead of buying American. And then when we go over to Boeing, when you talk about long-term, um, price range to buy Boeing, I like anywhere down in this region. I like anywhere down in this region. Okay. I called a long-term investment on Boeing this day. Right there in March was when I came on. I did a live stream. I said, guys, I'm coming in here. I'm buying Boeing, adding it to my long-term portfolio. At the time, it was at $106. Boeing is now at $170. So still up very nicely on that position there as well. But do I think Boeing gets back below 100? I don't. I think that these areas, this like congestion area from April and May on Boeing and the airlines, I think there's a lot of congestion down there, and I think that if the stocks get back to those price points, I think those are some pretty safe areas that you can start to acquire a position for long-term holds. These are stocks that I do not plan on selling these stocks for many years. I think that Boeing will 5 years from now, be back at 250, 300. I think United, okay, 5 years from now, I think United will be back at 60, 70. Okay. I think that you're going to see, the airlines and Boeing recover nicely. It'll just take them time because the travel industry is going to be probably the last industry to really recover after coronavirus is in the rearview mirror. And coronavirus right now is anything but in the rearview mirror. It's still really center focus. Okay. So that's my thoughts on the airlines. But as far as playing Boeing for put options going into earnings, I think it does have some more downside. Um, I think it does have some more downside. I just wouldn't try to beat that dead horse too much because I think a lot of the bad news and the bad earnings is already priced in. So just be careful trying to continuously shorting these things if all that news is baked in. And you'll see it. You'll see it when they start to report earnings. You'll see because you'll get really bad earnings reports, which is already expected to be bad. And then if those stocks don't sell off, but they kind of just tread water, or if they even give you a little bit of a pop, that'll be a signal to you that the worst is behind the airlines. And that's what you have to pay attention to is like it's really the earnings calls on the airlines. When the CEOs come out and they start to talk about the quarter, if they really start to insinuate, guys, the worst is behind us, we go up from here. That's when you can start to say, okay, maybe it looks like the March bottoms are going to hold, and then the airlines, and that's when you can start to maybe look for some long-term positions. Let's see. Next question. Oh, Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer had a nice report here. Pfizer is they're beginning their phase 3 trial. Pfizer is beginning their phase 3 trial. Moderna is already in their phase 3. You had just the news the other day from AstraZeneca. Great data coming out of Oxford. A lot of promise with a lot of these big companies, guys, on the vaccine front, and Pfizer announcing that they're beginning phase 3. I like Pfizer long term. There's a ton of support in the 30s. Okay, in the low 30s, there is a ton of support in the low 30s. All you have to do is look at this area. Okay, all you have to do is just look at this. You guys can see just a ton of buying pressure down there in the low 30s, and you also have a bit of a head and shoulders pattern, a reverse head and shoulders pattern forming on Pfizer on the daily. There's your left shoulder, there's your head, there's your right shoulder, and there is your neckline. Okay, it's a sloppy reverse head and shoulders pattern, but I do like Pfizer long term. And if they do continue and get a successful vaccine, you can see Pfizer climb even higher. NKLA. Oof. NKLA. Guys, I think NKLA has more room to the downside. Somebody asked me on my last live stream what I thought about NKLA. Guys, I'm really looking for like that $20 level. NKLA is so far away from actually getting a vehicle on the road that the move there in May, June um, was really just hype on the back of Tesla and just hype on the electric vehicle sector overall. But NKLA, yes, it's a great story. It's a sexy story, but that company is far away from achieving, you know, revenue, never mind profitability. So I would just be careful with NKLA. I know a lot of people get very excited. A lot of people got very excited in June. The stock was extremely overvalued for the actual fundamentals that's behind, or the substance that's behind that company right now. I still think it's a little early. I do think that Tesla eventually will give you a pullback, and I think that I expect to see a lot of the electric vehicle stocks pull back with it. And I do think that if you guys like NKLA, like it for a long-term investment, I do think you're going to get a better price than 33. Yeah, Starbucks earnings are tomorrow. Um, Starbucks earnings are tomorrow. I like Starbucks long term. I think Starbucks is going to come out with actually a pretty decent earnings report. And I think that I expect to hear the CEO, when they go through their earnings report, talking about obviously the terrible quarter from Q2, their stores were closed. Everybody expects them to have a terrible Q2. But I'm interested to hear about, since you've had this partial reopening and people the stores are open now, you've got the mobile ordering. I'm interested to see how well are they doing, because let me tell you something, guys. When I go to Starbucks and I get my coffee, the line for the drive-through is around the corner. Okay, the mobile orders are stacked up. I mean, it's busy. So if the CEO comes out and says, guys, listen, Q2 sucked. We all know Q2 sucked, but we're seeing excellent numbers moving forward on the partial reopening, and I expect things to improve as time goes on. I think that Starbucks can give you actually a pop higher, possibly get up towards 80. If Starbucks gets down near 70, I think $70 area is a beautiful place for you guys to start to look for long-term investments. Starbucks is another company that I own in my long-term investment portfolio, and I do love Starbucks. I do think that there is very few consumer brands that have as loyal of a customer as Starbucks. And that is something that is very difficult to achieve when you talk about customer loyalty and brand loyalty. And Starbucks, I think, has achieved that as good as, I mean, your number one company that has achieved the ultimate brand loyalty is Apple. No company in the world, I think, has brand loyalty like Apple. But Starbucks, for like that consumer, like food products like that, I think Starbucks is top notch. So I think if the stock does sell off on a negative earnings report, if it gets down towards 70, I expect there to be buyers of Starbucks down around 70. I would say that that's an area where you guys can look for long-term entries on. If you guys are looking to buy Starbucks long-term, if it gets down anywhere near 60, I'm going to add to my position if it gets anywhere down near 60, because I do like Starbucks long-term. McDonald's, very similar situation to Starbucks. Okay, very similar situations to Starbucks. Okay, Q2 earnings, they're going to be bad, but with the partial reopening, the drive-throughs being open, the mobile orders, I want to hear from those numbers. And I think that McDonald's is going to have tremendous numbers on the partial reopening and a bounce back very quickly in those numbers, because what is McDonald's? Okay, it's easy to get access to the food, the drive-through or the mobile order. Okay, and also what is McDonald's? Cheap. And when the average American family is worried about, not earning an income, they got laid off, they're furloughed, they can't go to work. Everybody is trying to pinch pennies and save money everywhere that they can. And when you can feed a family for $10, I think that you're going to see a lot of the average American family flocking towards a McDonald's to, go for that cheaper meal option for a family. And I think that you're going to see McDonald's come out, and I think on the earnings call, you're going to hear the CEO talk about how well that they are doing, with the partial reopening, and they expect those numbers to continue to rebound in Q3, Q4. And that's when I think that you can see a real nice, a pretty decent move in McDonald's as well. So I actually do expect McDonald's and Starbucks to to give us some pretty decent, not necessarily decent earnings, because everyone knows Q2 is going to be bad. But it's what do the CEOs give as far as any forward-looking statement or any forward-looking guidance that they can give. You have a lot of companies are going to be very hesitant to give real guidance, but I want to hear about their excitement on going forward, and I want to hear about how the companies are doing now that the economy are partially open and they can start to sell. And some of these stores are either open, the drive-throughs open, or whatever it is in certain states. They have different regulations, but I think that you're going to see a pretty good rebound in stocks like McDonald's and Starbucks. Mav, I don't use covered calls, but it is a good idea. I have nothing wrong with covered calls because you obviously you have no problem on you have no problem buying the stock. You have no problem buying the stock, so I would. Johnny B, yes. Big shout out to Johnny B, guys. Johnny B, TTG member, and with his first 10 bagger today on a TSM call option. Johnny B, congrats, man. Congrats. I saw that today, bro. I saw that first 10 bagger. Beautiful. Congrats, man. What do I think about getting in long on Intel? I think there's better. I think you have better options, Andre. So Andre is asking, a lot of people have asked me about what do I think about getting in on this sell-off on Intel. Guys, I think that if you guys want to be long semiconductors, I think there are better companies than Intel. As crazy as that sounds. I mean, Apple left Intel, not using their chips, but I think that, companies like NVIDIA, you look at NVIDIA's stock chart, then you look at Intel's, both semiconductors. Then you look at AMD. AMD's at all-time highs. I love AMD. I'd rather see you buy AMD than buy Intel. Now, if Intel gets down around 45, 44, there's a ton of support down in the low 40s. It's a buy. Okay, it's a buy. I'll just draw a line right across the stock chart for the last 3 years, and you guys can see just this tremendous support. Tremendous support in the low 40s. Okay, just an absolute brick wall of buying in the low 40s. Okay, I think that it's a little too soon to be buying Intel. If you're trying to buy Intel at 50, I'd rather see you buy AMD at 60. But if Intel gets down to 42, 43, I just think that there's such a support level down there. I think it's good for a bounce, but I actually do think that Intel trades lower before it goes back higher. What do I think of MGM? Ooh, I think casinos have more downside. I think casinos have more downside. If you're looking for long-term entries on the casinos, understand it's going to be dead money for at least a year, similar to the airlines. These are going to be some of the last sectors that are going to recover. If MGM gets down around 10, you can start to fish your way through on MGM. You can start to fish your way through there on MGM and start to acquire a position if you really want the casinos. I'm staying away from casinos. I do not own any casinos in my long-term portfolio, at least not yet. And I don't have any plans on adding casinos to my long-term holdings at the current time. If something changes, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I just think there's way better things out there. There's way better places to put your money than in casinos. Leroy, Amazon earnings. Okay, now let's talk about the fun stuff, right? Let's talk about the stuff everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to hear about Apple and Amazon earnings. Okay. I think Amazon's going to have great earnings, but I'm actually concerned about Amazon's numbers. I actually am starting to think that you actually may get a buy the rumor, sell the news type of trade on Amazon, which is they come out with a great quarter, a great number, stock initially pops and then sells off. And why I think that's the case, this may be a contrarian belief or a contrarian thesis to what a lot of people are talking about. I think they're going to have a great quarter. I really do. Okay. The stay at home economy benefited Amazon more than anybody. Okay. But that's what this was for. That's what this move in the stock price was for. Okay. That is that move. When you talk about a reopening trade and the economy opening back up, how much when you talk about the quarters going forward, I think that there's going to come a point where investors are going to say, well, this might be as good as it gets for just the foreseeable future. And not saying as good as it gets. I think Amazon's going to continue to go high. I think Amazon is going to rule the world. I'm a very, very firm long-term bull on Amazon. It's one of my largest holdings, my long-term portfolio. Okay. My largest holdings are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Those are my top 5 biggest holdings. Then coming in a close second is AMD. Okay, also have Nvidia in there as well. Okay, those are kind of like at the top of my holdings. So don't mistaken this by me saying, "Oh my God, I'm bearish on Amazon." I am bullish on Amazon. I think Amazon's going to continue to rule the world, and I think Amazon is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until the government eventually at some point steps in and says, "Hey, Amazon, you are a monopoly. We need to break you apart." And I think that that's going to happen eventually because Amazon just continues to just enter various sectors and industries and just take them over. And I think that eventually at some point there will become, issues. And I think the government will have to break Amazon up at some point. And I'm a bull on Amazon until that point comes. But I do eventually think that that point will come many years down the road. But I think that point will come. You're already seeing the talk about it on Capitol Hill about, trying to regulate a lot of the big tech companies. And there were already a couple of congressmen and women that were talking about breaking up some of these companies. And um, it will come. It will come. But I think that the stay-at-home economy has saw Amazon just absolutely explode, and I think you're going to see profit taking really step in on the Amazon earnings call. We saw it with Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft reported a blockbuster earnings report. Microsoft's earnings were fantastic. Okay, Microsoft's earnings were fantastic. The stock still sold off. And now that tells me that there's profit taking in that, and that a lot of that upside, maybe these stocks have gotten a little too far ahead of themselves, and you're going to get some profit taking come in on the earnings print, and then money managers are going to take that profit on those positions and they're going to allocate them elsewhere, and you're going to get a little bit of a rotation. I made a video last week about has the rotation trade begun, and I'm very interested to see if we see further rotation in a lot of these bigger names, Apple and Amazon specifically. Do we see rotation? We started to see, and how will you know you're seeing rotation? When you get a stock like Microsoft that comes out with great earnings and the stock still sells off. The reason why the stock still sells off, because look at what the stock did from the March bottom. So you're going to have money managers that are going to step in, they're going to take profits on these stocks, and they're going to allocate that money in other sectors. That's when I said, has the rotation trade begun? When I saw that with Microsoft. Now I want to see, does the same thing happen with Apple? Does the same thing happen with Amazon? Stocks that have just absolutely exploded to all-time highs, that have led the NASDAQ to all-time highs, that have held all of our market cap weighted ETFs higher, 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 and our market cap weighted indexes higher, 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 when the fundamentals and the skeleton of the underlying economy is weak. Okay. So I want to see if Amazon, if Apple, if they come out with good earnings and the stocks still sell off, that just further gives me proof that the rotation trade is on. And that's money managers they're not selling their positions outright. Okay. Very rarely are you going to have money managers that completely liquidate positions in Apple and Amazon. They'll probably be long to some extent, but there's nothing wrong with peeling some profit off the table. Okay. Amazon went from 1,600 in March to 3,300 in July. Think about that. From 1,600 in March to 3,300 in July. Do the math on that percentage gain, guys. So there's nothing wrong with money managers taking profit off the table and then allocating that profit elsewhere. So I'm very interested to see what goes on in big tech. Now, I'm actually leaning towards good earnings report, but a sell-off. And when I say sell-off, guys, I'm not talking about this massive crash. I'm not saying I think these stocks are going to just crash, but I'm saying they're going to pull back off the earnings print. And if they do, that's still very healthy. These stocks have made massive moves over the last couple of months, and there's nothing wrong with a healthy pullback and to get some profit taking in those names. If they sell off, where do they go? Listen, I think you can see Amazon, back around 2,800. I think you could see Apple. I think it's more likely that you see Apple at, back to 345 than you see Apple at, 410. But you never know going into earnings, guys. Earnings is a complete coin flip. Apple has been in this massive channel ever since the March low. Look at that channel of Apple. That's a beautiful channel. You see resistance on the upside, support on the downside of the channel. We broke out of that channel right there. That's why I'm saying I think it's more likely that Apple gets down into this region than it is gets up into this region. And if it does, it'll probably stays within this channel. It probably stays within that channel. Okay. So I think it's very important to keep eyes. Obviously, the whole market is waiting for these stocks to report, guys, because these companies are the companies that led the NASDAQ to all-time highs. They've held the other indexes up. Everybody's waiting to see what these stocks do. And if these stocks do pull back, I do expect the overall markets to pull back with it. Okay. So something to keep on watch. All right. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure, Andrew. I'm not sure. I don't know any companies that do that just yet. Andrew said he saw an article about a bunch of companies doing like simple paper strip COVID testing, but he hasn't found any public companies that are doing it yet. I don't know of any off the top of my head. That do. Yes, I do like silver. Silver, gold. I'm a big time bull on silver and gold, guys. I think gold's going to 2,500 the next year or two. I'm a big time bull on gold. Big time bull on gold and silver. A big time bull on gold and silver. All right. So guys, again, real quick, how many of you that are watching the stream right now are not True Trading Group members? How many of you are not True Trading Group members? Ah, we got the Wolf of Weed Street with us. Hi, Jason. Fausto, I don't. I don't have stop losses in my long-term portfolio. I don't. All right, so not yet. All right, Jeff, Michael, E. Jalves, Marty, Tommy, Bill, Guy, Eric. Guys, listen, seriously, guys, listen up. If you are not yet a True Trading Group member, tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. The chat room is open for free for the entire day. Take advantage of the day tomorrow. Come and chat. It opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, closes at around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Take advantage. Come and chat. Trade with me live. See my screen. Hear me on the microphone. I'm breaking down my analysis for you guys every single day, all day long. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm telling you what I'm doing, where I'm a buyer, where I'm a seller. interacting on Jason Spatafora, the Wolf. He's also on the microphone. Jason Simmons, another moderator, is also on the microphone. You can get our real-time push notifications in chat. Take advantage of the day. Experience what it's like to be part of the TGG family. Experience what it's like to get a professional education, the same education that I received working at a hedge fund in New York City. For everyone that joins us tomorrow for TGG Tuesday, again, it's free. Click on the link in the chat that we are posting right now as I'm making the stream and sign up for TGG Tuesday. It is completely free. Take advantage, okay? Take advantage, because everyone that joins us tomorrow, okay, and that signs up tomorrow and is part of True Trading Group, that joins for TGG Tuesday and then signs up to be part of True Trading Group tomorrow, will get access to our Trader Palooza virtual workshop, okay? August 1st, we are doing a 12-hour long virtual trading workshop where myself and the other moderators are going to be covering various trading topics. Okay, we're going to be covering various trading topics, 1-hour workshops for the entire day, and you can log in and log out of that virtual event based on the topic of the workshops that you want to attend. Okay, so we send out an itinerary. You can plan your day. If you have errands to run, no problem. You can jump in for the workshop you want to attend, and you can exit and come back later, exit, come back later, based on the workshops you want to attend. You will automatically get access to that. Also, for everyone that joins us on TGG Tuesday tomorrow and then becomes part of the True Trading Group family full time, will get a guaranteed seat on my next private trading study mentor group session that I'm going to be hosting. Okay, I do these private study group sessions. I keep the size very small because I like to provide that one-on-one mentorship, that one-on-one guidance. It's not hundreds of traders all together and they're all just listening to me speak. It is a very close, tight-knit group. It's a private study group session. And everyone that joins me tomorrow on TGG Tuesday and then enters and joins the TGG family full-time will get a guaranteed seat in my next private study mentor session. Those spots fill up very quickly because I keep the sizes of the class very small. Okay, so I want to make sure that all of you that are not yet a member of True Trading Group take advantage of this opportunity to get a feel for what it's like to be a member of True Trading Group, because in August we are raising our prices. So if any of you that are out there that are watching the stream that have contemplated joining the True Trading Group family, tomorrow is your last chance to get a feel for what it's like to be part of the community before our prices go up in August. So you're going to want to make sure you join us tomorrow, experience what it's like, get access to the Trader Palooza virtual trading workshops, get access to my next private study mentor group session, and get access to a membership before our prices go up in August. That's why it is very important. I wanted to make sure that all of you that are not yet members are aware that tomorrow's TGG Tuesday, you can come and chat for free. Okay, click on that link that we've been posting throughout the chat. Take advantage of this opportunity. I encourage you all to come in and participate in chat. But don't think tomorrow just because you're not a member that you can't participate. I encourage you to participate, communicate, and converse with other TTG members. Okay, ask me questions, ask the other moderators questions. That's the best way for you to not only learn, but get a real feel for the community and what it's like being part of TTG. That is why I open the chat room up for free. It's not just to say, hey guys, watch me trade, yay. I want you to get a really good feel for what it's like to be part of True Trading Group, what it's like to have that camaraderie, that support, and what it's like to get a professional education, okay? But the chat room is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. You get access to so much more as a member of True Trading Group, our simulator, our screener, our forum, the Trader Palooza virtual workshops, my private study mentor group sessions, other webinars. I mean, you guys get access to so much more stuff. The chat is just the tip of the iceberg, but it's important for you all to experience what it's like to trade with us live during the day. All right. So again, guys, click on that link, sign up for TGG Tuesday. This is your very last chance to experience what it's like to be a part of True Trading Group before we raise our prices August 1st. All right. So that's it, gang. Okay, that's it. So tomorrow is going to be a big day. It's TGG Tuesday. The chat room is open. Come in, trade with me live, join me and the rest of the gang, and let's get ready to see what happens here going into earnings. We also have AMD is going to be reporting earnings. AMD, new all-time highs. If this stock gets anywhere back down near 60, I am going to add to my position, okay? I added to my position in AMD right here in mid-March. It's one of the few stocks that never broke below its 200-day moving average in March. Okay, 95% of the stocks, I mean, I'm exaggerating. I don't know the actual number, but the overwhelming majority of stocks in March all broke below their 200-day moving averages. AMD is one of the very few that never did. Added to that position there in mid-March. You can see now all-time highs. I'm looking to add more to my position. Like I said, I love AMD. It's one of my favorite long-term holdings. And you will see this beautiful resistance level that we had here, okay, in the high 50s. You see this beautiful resistance level that was previous all-time highs, like a quadruple or quintuple top, if that's even a thing. Okay, and you see this extension here on the new all-time highs. Beautiful, huge volume surge on the break to all-time highs. If we get a pullback back in this region, I will be a buyer adding to my long-term portfolio. I do love AMD for a long-term hold. Okay, that's it, guys. That is all. So, gang, thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. I'm really excited about what the rest of this week is going to bring. I'm excited to see what these companies are going to be announcing on earnings. We have some monster companies reporting, guys. You've got Boeing, you've got Starbucks, you've got McDonald's, you've got AMD, you've got Apple, you've got Google, Amazon, Facebook. I mean, you have monster companies that are coming out and that are announcing earnings this week. So you guys are going to want to make sure that you are positioned to take advantage of this week and of these earnings. You're going to want to make sure that you have the education to be able to profit from these moves. And of course, you want to make sure you're part of the True Trading Group family so you can trade with us live in chat all day, every day. Click on the link that we just put there in chat to register to get your seat on TTG Tuesday, and make sure you guys get a chance to take advantage of our price discount before prices go up in August. Get access to the Trader Palooza virtual trading workshop, and get a guaranteed seat in my next private study mentor group session. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me here on this live stream tonight. It's been real. I better see each and every single one of you in chat tomorrow, because if you are not in chat with me tomorrow, I do not know what the hell you guys are doing. Stop trying to trade on your own. Stop trying to go at this by yourself. The whole point of being in a trading community is to make each other better and to be trading with traders that have more experience and have had more success than you, and we all feed off of one another, and we all get better, and we all profit together. Okay, so stop going about it on your own. I want each and every single one of you right now to smash that like button for me, and I better see each and every single one of your butts in chat tomorrow, because this is a major earnings week, and you guys do not want to miss what we're going to be doing in chat and see how we profit from the days. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow for TTG Tuesday. Later, guys.